Hello my friends, welcome to my channel. In this video I'll be showing you how to create a spot thumbnail inside of Photoshop like this. If you've not gotten your templates, all these are template flyers to make you work faster and easy, and also they are Photoshop templates, right? And if you've not gotten your Smart Designer premium assets, still very much available: images, PNG images, backgrounds, light effect, text effect, and even font are inside of this package. And lastly, if you've not subscribed to my channel, now is the right time to hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss any of the videos I'll be dropping in time from now. Without having to say much, let's get started. So the first thing I like to do here is I'll click on File and click on New like I've done in previous videos. And I'm just going to go ahead and name this social media. I'm using the 1920 by 1080 and it's in pixels, please. Resolution stays at 300, spot thumbnail, and transparent. Click OK and create like this. So you're greeted with this interface like this. So the first thing I'd like to do is go over to my resource file. The link to download the resource file of this video is in the description of this video, right? So you can click the description to get all these files so that you can practice along, and in no time you'll be on your way to becoming the expert. So I'm just going to bring in this image and place it somewhere here. And increase like this. And click OK. Like this. And we reduce the blur value. Somewhere around here is good. And click OK with this. I'm just going to position this here so that I have a lighter part and I have a dark part. Go over to my resource file again, bring in this image. So I'm just going to drag it inside and place here. And click enter. Select the brush and make sure your foreground color is set to black because you're working on a white mask. Conceal these areas, reduce this, and I'm going to conceal these areas also. Click on this and I'm going to apply hue and saturation. Click clipping mask and I'm going to switch to colorize, and I'm going to increase the saturation. Colorize again, and I'm going to increase the saturation like this so that I have a uniform saturation. Blur this a little bit more, and I'm just going to increase it like this. When you're done, click enter. This is what you have. Position this here. Okay, we're good to go. So this is, let me leave this here. This is more like the first step. So having done all of this, I'm just going to select everything and group them. I'm going to start with the layer on top. Hold down shift. Position this well. Hold down shift, select the last one and click on Ctrl G to group them like this. I'm going to name this BG. BG means background. Create a curves adjustment layer. Oops, sorry, Ctrl Z. Curves adjustment layer and create clipping mask for this. I'm going to increase the brightness here. Ctrl I to invert this, and with my brush I'm just going to make these areas, make sure you're on white, and make these areas brighter like this. Okay, so this is what I have. So moving on, the next thing I'm going to do is click on the file. I'm going to bring in this image. This is the first image I'm going to be using. and this is more like a guide to create the other one, so I need you to pay attention at this point. So make this bigger, bring this down, make it bigger, right? So at this point, right, the next thing we need to do is go over to filter, and we need to make it pop first. All right, so go over to filter, go over to camera raw filter. Now a couple of things you want to do to make sure that this image is well popped. So I'm just going to temperature +9, copy my settings for this. I'm going to leave it around +6, reduce the highlights, increase the shadow, reduce the black, increase the texture, and click OK. So this is what you have at the end of the day. So this is the first step, right? So we have the sharpness, duplicate this and convert this to smart objects, right? Now with this one on top, what we're going to do is go over to camera raw, and we'll use this for the skin. So what we'll do is go over to details and turn this up. Make sure you're not doing too much. 74 is good. You can see how soft the skin is. Add some sharpening to this and click OK like this. So the way it is now, we don't have any sharpness, so we need to conceal this. So invert this, and we're manually going to paint in the skin areas. So select your brush, reduce the size, and because you're working on a black mask, make sure your foreground color is set to white, and gradually paint on the skin areas. Make sure you don't go close to the mouth, the eyes. Those areas needs to be sharp. So I'm basically doing this on the skin and areas around the skin. Okay, so areas like this, areas like this, areas like this, and the lips here, the tip of the nose, and when you're done with everything, click on this and increase the sharpening for the one at the base so that I have more sharpness to this. Increase the texture too and click OK when you're done. You can see how it has maintained its sharpness while the skin is still very, very smooth. So you cannot apply to this because it has a tattoo on his hands here, but you can apply it to this part here. Just make it smooth and you're good to go. Make this part smooth, make this part smooth, and you're good to go. Indeed. Make this part smooth, make this part smooth. And like I said, when you do this, you're good to go. So select the two of them and group them, and then convert to smart objects. So you're going to repeat this same step for every other images you're going to be bringing in. I'm going to do this for Palma also. Make it bigger like this, and click enter, drag it beyond this, and I'm going to repeat the same process that I used for João Pedro here. So but before that, I'm going to bring in this, right click and flip horizontal like this. And most times you need to make sure that your images are placed in the right positions. How to ensure I get this positioning right bring this down. Ctrl R to turn on your ruler, and you can see when I place it here, you can see this is slightly above the line. So what I need to do is select the image and use my arrow key to bring him down like this, and take this up. Bring this down here like this, and somewhere around here is good. Click enter. Okay, so for this, I'm going to go over to filter, blur, and add some blur to this. Not too much, somewhere around here is good. So I'm going to come back to the image of Palmer here, and I'm going to repeat the same process. So camera raw filter, and I'm going to go through the same process that I used to enhance the first image. So with this one here, I'm just going to tilt towards the magenta, and of course the highlights and shadows stays the same like I did in the first one. I'm going to click OK. Duplicate this, and I'm going to speed up this process to make it smooth. Okay, so now that I have done that for the 3 of them, I'm just going to group all of them. Let me convert this to small objects, convert small objects, and select this, select the last one, Ctrl G to group them. I'm just going to name this images. So I'm going to name them images like this, and create a new layer just above it like this. Double click on the foreground color. I'm going to sample this color here. Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to paint in the blue here like this. Ctrl Z, I'm doing that again. Start like this and go like this. Right. Good. So click on the image, move them upward like this. And if you look closely at the images, you would see that they are not well blended. They still have different colors and all of that. We'll fix that in a moment. But before that, select this image, and I'm going to reveal this part here. Right, I'm going to reveal this part. And probably conceal a little bit of this part because I want the white to be here. So I'm just going to reveal the other side and leave the other side the way it is. So selecting the image, first thing I'm going to do to make sure I have balance is using the color balance. How well to achieve balance if not color balance? I'm going to clip it. The first thing I'm going to do is you can copy my settings here. I'm going to use this for the midtones. You can see that it's harmonizing gradually. For the highlights, I'm going to tilt towards maybe the cyans, the magentas, and yes, definitely I'm going to tilt towards the blues. Then for the shadows, very important, I'm going to start with the blues, but not too much. Somewhere around here is good. and you have this coming together. So this is more like the first step. Click on the layer, and this time I'm going to be using hue and saturation. I'm going to move the hue like this, somewhere here. Copy my settings, please. Adjustment layer, hue and saturation, no, photo filter. Now this photo filter, I'm going to come and select what fits the Chelsea club, and this is just like Palmer. This is cool or cold, right? I'm going to bring it here, and what I'm just going to do, I'm just going to reduce the density like this, and I have something like this. Okay. Okay, so now that that's out of the way, go to adjustment again. Now this time I'm using exposure, right? Keep it to the remaining ones and simple drag the exposure down and increase the gamma just a little bit. Copy my settings again. Invert this, and I'm just going to paint in on areas that needs to be dark. But before I do that, I'm going to make sure I reduce my flow like this. And gradually I'm going to apply shadows, especially the areas that needs shadows. Don't just go randomly applying shadows on your images. It's wrong. So somewhere around here, this is not facing the lights, so shadows here. And also make this smaller. Shadows here also. Shadows here also. Shadows here. And you can see that gradually when you start applying your shadows and everything, your images will naturally start to come to life, right? So shadows here. And shadows here also. Shadows here. So as you can see, it's beginning to look like it. Adjustments, curves adjustments, then again Cupids. Clip it to the remaining ones, and you want to invert this, and you want to manually paint on the areas that needs the lights, like areas like this, the edge here, like this, all of this parts. And here also all of these parts, because this is facing the light source, so it's important that light hits these places. Here also. And areas like this should have lights. Areas like this should have lights. You can see how you can control this if you feel it's too much. So this is what I have. You can see I've blended all of these images nicely, but I'm not finished yet. Adjustment layer again, and this time I'm going to click on solid color, select this color, click OK, clip it to the remaining ones, change. I'm going to use, I think I want to go for something light. Let me stay with this darken. Select my brush, and I'm going to paint on areas that are naturally dark, that should be naturally dark. Areas like this, areas like this, like this, like this, and also areas like this. So, and I'm just going to change the blend mode to this, and I'm going to click on blending option to break this apart so that I can have a nice blend to what I am doing. So like this, and I'm going to click OK like this. So this is before and after, right? So I'm going to add that here also, and also add that on this part here. So it's just a subtle light effect. Make sure you're not doing too much. If you're doing too much, you can control the opacity here like this, and this is what you have. Light effects. You have the light effects here. Make sure you're just creative with using these lights, right? Make sure you just stay creative. And next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my next image, this image. I'm going to have it here, make it smaller, like this. Make it smaller, like this. And click on blending option. Click on stroke. And increase it. Make sure you're using whites and click OK like this. Okay. So I'm going to select my text and I'm going to write something simple. So it's going to be what next. So it's very simple. What next? So what next, like this, and so make it slightly smaller and position this well until you have something like this. You can see how we started and where we are at the moment. You can see that we've made progress so far. Color balance for general, and I'm just going to tilt towards the cyan, and of course the blue for the midtones, for the highlights. Make sure you copy my settings. The same thing, cyan and blue. Then for, okay, we're on the right track. Then for the shadows, I'm going to tilt towards this. So I'm just zooming in and out to measure up everything I have here so far. So guys, this is how I created this poster inside of Photoshop. You can finish it up and you can watch this video how I created my previous thumbnail to learn more from that video. Till I come your way next time, I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.